Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Now, this second video lecture is the continuation of my previous first video lecture of week 14th for the course Applied Mathematics 1. In the previous video lecture, we have learned about complex numbers. Now, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss some problems related to complex numbers.
To magnitude. Now we have a problem to prove that z1 plus z2 whole magnitude of square of the magnitude of z1 plus z2 plus z magnitude of z square of z square of magnitude of z1 minus z2, which is equal to 2 into z1 magnitude square plus z2 magnitude square. Now for the proof, like you see over here, uh, magnitude of square of the magnitude of z1 plus z2, which is equal to z1 plus z2 into uh, mm, conjugate of z1 plus z2. This is equal to z1 plus z2, and we know that whole conjugate of z1 plus z2 is equal to z1 conjugate plus z2 conjugate. And now after multiplications we obtain z1 into z1 conjugate plus z1 into z2 conjugate plus z2 into z1 conjugate plus z2 into z2 conjugate, and this is equal to z1 square of magnitude of z1 plus z1 into z2 conjugate plus z2 into z1 conjugate plus square of magnitude of z2. This is equation number A. Now similarly, magnitude of square of magnitude of z1 minus z2, which is equal to z1 minus z2 into conjugate of z1 minus z2, and this is equal to z1 minus z2 into z1 conjugate minus z2 conjugate. So after multiplying we obtain z1 into z1 conjugate minus z1 into z2 conjugate minus z2 into z1 conjugate plus z2 into z2 conjugate. So we can write square of magnitude of z1 minus z1 into z2 conjugate plus z2 into z1 conjugate plus square of conjugate square of magnitude of z2. This is equation number B. Now adding equation A and equation B, we obtain square of magnitude of z1 plus z2 plus square of magnitude of z1 minus z2, which is equal to 2 into square of magnitude of z1 plus square of magnitude of z2. Now another problem to show that the equation magnitude of z1 plus iota is equal to 4 represent a circle and find its center and radius. So, dear students, suppose we have a complex number z is equal to x plus iota y. So, magnitude of z minus iota is equal to 4, which is equal to magnitude of x plus iota y minus iota is equal to 4. And this implies that magnitude of x plus y minus 1 into iota is equal to 4. Now taking square root on both sides. Square root of x square plus y minus 1 whole square. This is actually the magnitude formula. So by taking magnitude of x plus y minus 1 into iota, we obtain square root of the sum of the real part and imaginary part, x square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 4, and this implies that taking square on both sides, x square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 16. This is actually equation of circle with the center 0 and minus 1 and with radius 4, because we know that equation of circle with origin is equal to x square plus y square is equal to r square. So comparing this equation with the equation x square plus y square is equal to r square. R square means 4 square, 4 square means 16. So radius is equal to 4, and the radius, the center is 0 and minus 1. Now to trace the locus defined by magnitude of z minus 2 iota is equal to 2. So here we are also to find equation of circle, radius and center of the circle. Magnitude of z minus 2 iota is equal to 2. It is given that, so z is equal to x plus iota y minus 2 iota is as it is, and this is equal to 2. Now to taking the magnitude of this complex number, but this complex number can be written as the real part is x and the imaginary part is y minus 2. So for the magnitude, square root of real part, square root of the sum of the square of real part and imaginary part, and this is equal to 2. Now taking square on both sides, you obtain x square plus y minus 2 whole square is equal to 4. So which indeed we recognize as the equation of a circle. The radius is 2 and the center is 0 and 2. Now another problem, what is the locus of the z if magnitude of z plus iota divided by z minus iota is equal to under root 2. So first of all, taking the division of this complex number, z plus iota divided by z minus 1 is equal to under root 2. So x plus iota y plus iota divided by x plus iota y minus 1. This is equal to 2. Now the real part is x and the imaginary part is y plus 1 in the numerator. In the denominator, the real part is x minus 1 and the imaginary part is y, and this is equal to 2. Now for the magnitude, we have square root of x square plus y plus 1 whole square divided by x square x minus 1 whole square plus y square, which is equal to 2. Now taking square on both sides, we obtain x square plus y plus 1 whole square divided by x minus 1 whole square plus y square, which is equal to 2. And this implies that by cross multiplication, x square plus y plus 1 whole square is equal to 2 into x minus 1 whole square plus y square. So x square plus y square plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 2x square plus 2 minus 4x plus 2y square. So x square minus 4x plus y square minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now the equation of circle is equal to x square minus 4x plus 2 is equal to x minus 2 whole square, and y minus 1 whole square as it is, and this is equal to minus 4. So x square minus x minus 2 whole square represent the first term x square for the circle. This is x square plus y square is equal to r square. Now the equation of circle does not passes through the origin. In this case, equation of circle passes through the center 2 and 1. This is center coordinate 2 and 1, and the radius is 2. Now to find the locus of the z given by this relation, magnitude of 3z minus 1 is equal to z minus 3, and magnitude of z is equal to magnitude of z minus 2. For the first part, 3z minus 1 is equal to z minus 3. So putting x is equal to x plus iota y, we have magnitude of 3 into x plus y. X plus iota y minus 1 is equal to magnitude of x plus iota y minus 3. So we have magnitude of 3x plus iota 3y minus 1 and magnitude of x plus iota y minus 3. So we have magnitude of 3x minus 1 plus iota 3y is equal to magnitude of x minus 3 plus iota y. Square root of 3x minus 1 whole square plus 3y, this is the magnitude of left hand side, and this is the magnitude of the right hand side. Square root of x minus 3 whole square plus y square. Now taking square on both sides, we obtain 3x minus 1 whole square plus 9y square is equal to x minus 3 whole square plus y square. Now we obtain 9x square plus 1 minus 6x plus 9y square is equal to x square plus 9 minus 6x plus y square. After simplification, we obtain 8x square plus 8y square is equal to 8. So x square plus y square is equal to 1. Now this is equation of circle passes through the origin. Center passes through the origin. So center is 0, 0 and the radius is 1. Now z magnitude is equal to z minus 2 magnitude. So putting z is equal to x plus iota y, we obtain magnitude of x plus iota y is equal to magnitude of x plus iota y minus 2. So the magnitude of the left hand side, square root of x square plus y square, and the magnitude of the right hand side, square root of x minus 2 whole square plus y square. Taking square on both sides, we obtain x square plus y square is equal to x minus 2 whole square plus y square. So after simplifications, we obtain x square plus y square, which is equal to x square plus 4 minus 4x plus y square. So 4 minus 4x is equal to 0. This shows there the equation of straight line. Now another problem to prove that magnitude of z is equal to magnitude of minus z, and magnitude of conjugate of z is equal to magnitude of conjugate of minus z. Now let z is equal to a plus iota b, and the conjugate of the complex number is equal to a minus iota b. So z is equal to square root of real part of z whole square plus imaginary part of z whole square. This is actually the magnitude formula. So square root of a square plus b square. Now minus z. is equal to minus a minus iota b. Now the magnitude is equal to minus square root of minus a square plus minus b square. This is equal to square root of a square plus b square. From equation a and b, you see over here, the magnitude, this is actually the magnitude of conjugate of the complex number. So square root of a square plus minus b whole square, which is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Now this is equation number C. So from equation number now minus z conjugate is equal to minus a plus iota b, and the magnitude of minus z conjugate is equal to square root of minus a square plus b square is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Now this is equation number D. So from equation number A, B, C and D, we have this relation as conjugate of magnitude of z is equal to magnitude of minus z is equal to magnitude of conjugate of z is equal to magnitude of conjugate of minus z, and all these are equal to square root of a square plus b square. So the relation is proved. Now polar form of complex number. In the figure you see over here, we join the point with the origin. We obtain the line R. This is the line R and the angle theta for the complex number a iota b. Then the number R order pair R theta is called the polar coordinates of the point to distinguish them from the rectangular coordinate AB. And here we convert the complex number from rectangular coordinate to polar coordinate. We call R the absolute value or the modulus of the Z, and theta is the angle from the positive real axis to this line. Is the argument or magnitude of Z, and are denoted by argument of Z, and theta is equal to can be written as argument of Z. So dear students, note that R and theta are the polar coordinates. R is actually the magnitude of the complex number and theta is actually the direction of the complex number. This is the argument of the complex number. Now by using the Pythagoras theorem in this right triangle, we know that cos theta is equal to a by r base by hypotenuse and sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So we obtain a is equal to r cos theta and b is equal to r sin theta. And r is actually the magnitude of the complex number, square root of a square plus b square. Now we have tangent theta is equal to b by a, and this implies that theta is equal to tangent inverse b by a. Therefore the complex number z is equal to a plus iota b can be written as r cos theta plus r sin theta, and we have r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. The right hand side of the equation 1 is called the trigonometric or polar form of z. The right hand side of this equation is called the trigonometric or polar form of complex number z. The argument of z has any one of the infinite number of real values differing by integral multiple 2k pi, where k is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2 and so on. The values satisfying the relation theta greater than or equal to minus pi and less or equal to pi is called the principal value of the argument of z, denoted by arg, argument of z. This argument actually here a is small, argument of z, this is the actual value of the theta, argument of z, and this is the principal value of the argument of z, capital A arg. Thus small arg z is equal to capital Arg plus 2k pi. For example, to express the complex number a plus under root 3 iota in polar form, so we need r and theta. Now this is actually x is equal to n is equal to 1, y is equal to b, and b is equal to root 3. So first of all, taking the magnitude of the given complex number, square root of 1 square and square of under root 3, which is equal to 3, and this is equal to 2. Now theta, tangent inverse y by x, tangent inverse b by a. So b by a mean under root 3 by 1, and this is equal to pi by 3 radian. So 1 plus under root 3 iota, this is the rectangular form of the complex number, and now this is the polar form, r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. Now another problem, to express the complex number minus 1 plus under root 3 iota in the polar form. So we have a is equal to minus 1, b is equal to under root 3. So the magnitude of the complex number square root of 1 plus 3 is, which is equal to 2. And now theta is equal to pi minus 10 inverse of b by a. So pi minus pi by 3, which is equal to pi by 3 radian. So the polar form of the complex number minus 1 plus under root 3 iota is equal to r into cos theta plus iota sine theta. This is r and this is theta. Cos 2 by 3 plus iota sine 2 by 3. Now example number 3. To express the complex number 1 minus under root 3 iota in the polar form. Here a is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus under root 3. So z conjugate is equal to square root of 1 plus 3, which is equal to 2. Now theta is equal to minus 10 inverse under root 3 by 1. So 10 inverse under root 3 is equal to pi by 3. So the theta is equal to minus pi by 3 radian. Hence 1 minus under root 3 iota is equal to, in the polar form, 2 into cos theta minus iota sine theta. Now another problem, 4 into cos 225 degree plus iota sine 225 degree in rectangular form. This is actually represent r and 225 degree represent the theta. So 225 degree is equal to minus 1 under root 2 and sine 225 degree is equal to minus 1 under root 2. So 4 into cos 225 degree plus iota sine 225 degree is equal to 4 into, this is actually represent the x minus 1 under root 2, this represent the y minus 1 under root 2 iota. Now minus 4 divided by under root 2 minus 4 divided by under root 2 iota. So minus 2 into 2 under root minus 2 into 2 under root iota. This is the real part, this is the imaginary part. So the polar form is converted into the rectangular form. Now to find the modulus in argument of this complex number. Here two complex number are in multiplied form. 4 plus iota 7 into 3 minus iota 2. First of all, multiplying these two complex number, we have 12 plus 14 plus 21 minus 8 into iota, which is equal to 26 plus 13 iota. Now a is equal to 26 and b is equal to 13. So first of all, modulus, magnitude of the complex number, square of the sum of the components. This is the square of 26, this is the square of 13. So square root of 676 plus 169 is equal to 29.1. And now the theta is equal to 10 inverse b by a. This is b and this is a. 10 inverse 13 by 26, which is equal to 26 degree and 34 minutes. Now to find the modulus in argument of the complex number 1 plus cos alpha plus iota sine alpha. First of all, taking the magnitude. Square root of sum of the square of the real part and imaginary part. The real part in 1 plus cos alpha and the imaginary part is sine alpha. So square root of 1 plus cos alpha whole square plus sine alpha square. Now the magnitude is equal to square root of 1 plus cos square alpha plus 2 cos alpha plus sine square alpha, which is equal to square root of 2 plus 2 cos alpha is equal to square root of 2 into 1 plus cos alpha, and this is equal to square root of 2 into 2 cos square alpha by 2, and this is equal to 2 cos alpha by 2. Now the tangent, the theta is equal to tangent inverse b by a. Tangent inverse sine alpha divided by 1 plus cos alpha, which is equal to tangent inverse of 2 sine alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 divided by 2 cos square alpha by 2. So 2 into cancel, cos alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 cancel. So tangent inverse sine alpha by 2 divided by cos alpha by 2, which is equal to theta is equal to tangent inverse into tangent alpha by 2. Tangent and tangent inverse cancel, so we have tan theta is equal to pi by 2. Now another problem, find z such that z magnitude is equal to under root 2 and argument of z is equal to pi by 4. So magnitude of z is equal to square root of 2 and argument of z is equal to pi by 4. So a is equal to, in this problem, a is equal to r cos theta, which is equal to under root 2 cos pi by 4. Under root 2 is represented the r and theta is pi by 4. So a is equal to r, this is actually the magnitude of the complex number, which is represented by r. So a is equal to r cos theta, which is equal to under root 2 cos pi by 4 minus under root 2 cos pi by 4 is equal to 1 over 2 under root 2 cancel, we obtained 1. And b is equal to r sin theta is equal to 2 into 1 under root 2 under root 2 cancel, which is equal to 1. So z is equal to a plus iota b. The a value is 1 and the b value is also 1. So z is equal to a plus iota b, which is equal to 1 plus iota 1. So dear students, in this video lecture we have discussed the complex number, conjugate of complex number, magnitude of complex number, and polar form of complex number. Now this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. So nice.
49 minutes.